Students, yesterday the staffing chapter were completed, but now I'm again recalling the whole chapter. With the help of this recalling, you can revise the whole chapter and comes to know about the questions which are present in the PDF form. So you should listen it carefully and go through about all the topics of staffing. So staffing is a function which is very helpful for the management to deal with the workers those are working in the organization, because workers are considered as an important resource of the organization. They are also known as the fixed assets for the company, because we know that the success of the company is totally depend upon the efficiency and effectiveness of the workers. If the workers are efficiently and effectively selected, then only they perform well and the organization will get more and more profit from the economy. That is why staffing is an important function. So at first we have to discuss about the staffing process. The staffing process starts with estimation of manpower. That's mean in staffing, the management identify the number of workers those are required to perform the different activities of the organization. It is divided into three parts. The first one is workload analysis. With the help of this, the management identify that how many workers are required in the organization according to the target. The another one is workforce analysis, in which the management identify that how many workers are already available in the organization. And the third one is comparison, in which the organization can actually identify the number of workers required. Then the another step is recruitment. Recruitment is a method in which the management can collect the applications from the applicants to fill the vacant job position. Generally, it is of two types, external and internal. Then another is selection. Selection is an important element of staffing process, because it selects the most capable person for the vacant job position. It is also known as a negative function, because in which rejection is more as compared to selection. The another one is placement and orientation. Placement means right person on the right job at the right time with right qualification in the organization. Orientation means welcoming of new workers in the organization according to the vacant position. And the last one is compensation. Compensation means salary and wages. This process also insists the management to provide the salary and wages as per the capability, as per the eligibility, as per the experience, knowledge, skills of the candidate who is going to be hired in the organization. So compensation is a very important element to satisfy the worker for getting maximum efforts from them. So it is all about the staffing process. Then after, we should come over the most important element of staffing, that is called recruitment. As I told you the definition of this recruitment in the staffing process. Now we should discuss about the internal recruitment. Internal recruitment is a type of recruitment in which organization hire the worker internally, in which the management can fill the position by using the existing workers of the organization. It is of two types. The first one is promotion and another one is transfer. In promotion, the management can transfer the worker from lower position to upper position to fill the vacant job position, and it takes place within the organization or outside of the organization also. In transfer, the management can shift the worker from similar job positions from one organization to another organization, or within the organization among the different departments also. In transfer, the responsibility or authority of the worker remains same, and also the compensation level will be same, and it can be take place between those company in which surplus workers are working and another company in which shortage of workers are taking place. So that type of recruitment can be utilized over there. The another one is external recruitment. It is a type of recruitment in which the company can hire the worker from outside of the organization, and it is very suitable for the new concerns those are going to be start their business in the economy. And there are some methods of it. The first one is factory gate, in which the organization can paste the notice on the gate of the factory, in which only the unskilled worker can be hired. Casual collar, in which the organization can use the existing data for filling the vacant job position, in which the organization can use the data which is already available, and through that the organization can fill the vacant job position. Private placement, some of the private agencies are also present. Those are also providing the job opportunities to the candidates and in which they also take some type of commissions from them to fill the vacant job position. Another one is employment exchange. In this employment exchange, generally run and managed by government only, and government also work as a mediator between job seeker and job providers, in which the government do not take any type of commissions from both of the parties. The another one is campus recruitment, in which the companies can directly hire the people from the different leading colleges and professional colleges and institutions, and it is very suitable because the candidate have the theoretical knowledge, and they can utilize the theoretical knowledge in the practical field. So these are the methods of external recruitment also. The another one is selection. Selection is a negative function, as I told you earlier, because in which the rejection is more as compare of selection, and yesterday we discussed about the selection process also. So another one is training and development. Training is an equipment. Training is a method which is utilized by the company to remove the obstacles, problems of the workers while the workers are performing their work in the organization. Generally it is of two types: on the job and off the job. Generally it is of two types: on the job and off the job. In on the job training, the management can provide the training to the worker while they are working in the organization, and it is very suitable for the technical work. And off the job training, it is a type of training which is given by the management away from the working place to the workers. So these type of two trainings are present. And in on the job training, we have to discuss about the apprenticeship program, in which only technical training can be given, and the another one is reduction, in which the organization can welcoming to the new worker in the organization. And another one is internship, in which the company can provide the opportunities to the learners to know about the applications of theoretical knowledge in the practical field. And in on the job off the job training, only one training is there in your curriculum, that is called induction. Induction is a type of training which is used by that company which is using the highly sophisticated technology, in which the company cannot provide the training directly to the worker on the highly advanced machines, so that they have to prepare the dummy models of the machines. On that dummy model, the workers can get the training opportunities from the management. And the development, the last topic is development. Development is quite different from training, because training is useful to polish the required skills of the worker, whereas the development is related to the overall development of the worker. So students, it is a quick review of staffing chapter. You should go through it from the notes. You should try to solve the questions which are present in the PDF, and you should prepare well for your studies. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.